Welcome everyone to the first ever. Oh, you can't see me because the camera's bad. RFCL selection show. First time we're ever using the computer poll, and first time I ever have a co-host doing this. We got Pars in the building. You can't see him right now, but I'll show him in a minute. But yeah, first time having a co-host. First time doing a selection show for this league. Yeah, and if you thought I was lying about the coaches, everyone showed out. Here's all 10 of us, all 10 representatives of the league from each team. This will be fun. Pars is also wearing a suit tonight. We will get that taken care of. But Pars, commissioner of this league, how we feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm ready to get this thing going. Our first selection show, as you said, it's an important time. We're about to figure out who makes playoffs. We're about to figure out who wins awards, and we're going to get Saul out of the way for the first time. It's about time.
Go back to this, not that, or not me either. As you can see, that's what we're releasing later, but for now, Saul Goodman's commitment, or signage actually, where he will be attending school for the next 3 to 4 years.
Hello, RFCL. This is Saul Goodman. These have been some difficult weeks trying to figure out which team I want to spend my RFCL career with. Originally, I was committed to App State, then I committed to UCO, but now it's time to finally put all the rumors and speculations to rest. I will officially be committing to the UCO Branches. See you on the field, Season 4.
All right, so Saul Goodman signing with UCO. An interesting commitment to say the least, Pars. A lot of controversy.
Hey.
Can't even hear me when I'm on this one. It's over now. The mic is muted on this input. Anyway, it's over. We don't deal with that anymore. He's going to UCO. Pars, I know you feel about me getting a recruit here, but
Oh, I'm fine with it. Someone had to get him. It was never going to be me. Someone had to get him, and I'm just happy for it to be over. Hey, the guy backed himself into a corner. He had one place to go.
All right, so for the first time, we are going to actually interview people live, but as you can see from, well, you can't see because I'm not on the right thing. Get this off my screen. As you can see from this, Coach Trigger's not here. So we have a pre-recorded interview with Trigger, and then we will move on to other coaches. And then once that's done, we will begin, announcing the other stuff in this league. So here is the interview Trigger and I recorded on Friday nights about the playoffs for Georgetown.
All right, I'm ready.
We are here with Coach Trigger on Selection Sunday with a pre-recorded interview, but that's okay. So Trigger, start of the season was rough. You go 1-2, 2 losses to out of conference games. What was kind of the mindset, after that start?
It was tough. We knew we had to dig in, right? Lost to UIU off the bat, which wasn't fun. Beat Lake Erie, and then we knew we had a tough stretch of UCO, App, and UConn back to back to back, and we had to come out of that with a winning record, and we did it, right? Came out of it 2-1. Reset on the right path towards the Div Championship in the playoffs. Orf, Noah, Tacos, myself, we all dug in, got serious, we got it done. So it just really focused us up, knowing that stretch was coming and knowing that we really had our backs against the walls. There was a possibility, of starting the season like 1-5, 1-4. But my guys dug in, we got where we needed to be, and we got the ship righted.
So going to that UCO game, kind of felt like that was a turning point. You didn't win. But, the next 5 games, you go 4-1. But, we've had conversations. You felt like you should have won against UCO. Just the ending didn't happen the way you wanted it. But overall, you played about as well as you possibly could have.
Yeah, a bad break, UCO is best team in the league. They have been for probably 3 seasons overall. I have to say, got the second touchdown, but for overall consistency-wise, UCO has been the top team in the league. So no debating that. We had a chance, had the ball to go score, a chance to go score and win. Fumble the ball, skim score for UCO, kind of put into that. But we were right in it, right? We were able to neutralize Weasley quite a bit. Our defense led by JMJ, obviously, was able to do what they needed to do. Obviously, with the ball enough. If we just maybe hold on the ball, maybe we get take it overtime, maybe we score and win that game and get another big time win. But yeah, we turned us around, gave us some confidence, like, hey, we can play with anybody, we can do this, and really pushed us forward against App State and UConn in the coming weeks.
So you talk about JMJ, we will also be announcing the Heisman and stuff tonight. He is a finalist. What would you say to those? Obviously, the vote's already taken place, but what would you say to kind of put his resume out there for a Heisman?
I mean, the video kind of says it all, right? I mean, Georgetown's defense was about where it has been for 3 seasons. We had some moments in garbage time that people really would point at. Lake Erie, 35-7, and Lake Erie gets hot. Like, okay, I mean, it's garbage time. Same with UConn. Like, it was garbage time. We're at like almost 30 points. They got some points on us. It is what it is. But like all year, he was there. Over 40 tackles, almost 40 solo tackles. The game-winning super score in the division title game. Our defense did well against both Weasleys overall. I think overall he just had a great year and just showed that he's the best defensive player for sure in the league and maybe the best player overall in the entire league, offense or defense.
Let's go to the division title game. With about a 1 minute remaining, it looked all but over. You were pretty. I think everyone kind of figured that you were still in the playoffs, but you wouldn't have known seeding wise, or you wouldn't have had a good idea. Obviously, we've seen your reaction, but there really wasn't one. And I think anyone in that situation would have been kind of the same way as you, just completely shocked. But you go to overtime. What was kind of the thought process that you found yourself in a tied game going to overtime?
Thought process was we were back to life. I think I was with everybody else. We were dead. We couldn't stop the run game. Hadn't stopped it all game. Hadn't stopped it the week before. They did the same thing. They Sladen Field and that offensive line were just bulldozing us. We couldn't figure it out. I think we're all just kind of broken. And then, JMJ makes the play. Big hit by Pastrami, knock it loose. JMJ makes the play. And we have new life. Now it's just we need one stop and we need one score. And we were able to get that. Warford and Tacos did their jobs fantastically in overtime, and it keeps us in the game. Tacos kept us in the game, all game, obviously, holding just 10 points, and then Warford did his job in overtime to get us a score and win the game. So overtime was this new life for us. It was basically the game that started over for us. Everybody counted us out. I was on that boat too. We were all just kind of like, well, this didn't go how we wanted it to go, but great for playoffs. And then all of a sudden, here we are, division champions.
So 5-3 record, 4-1, and arguably the toughest division in the league. Where do you feel like Georgetown should be when the rankings come out?
I'd said earlier after the division championship game, trying to say something humble, that I could see us as low as a 3. But looking at it, there's no argument for us to be lower than a 2. It's just not there. Like I said, 3-1 in regular season in the toughest division in the league. 4-1 after the title game, beat UConn, beat App. There's nobody in the East Division other than UCO should be ahead of us. Obviously, I think UCO should be the 1. But really, the only argument for a 3 seed is maybe UConn, but we beat them head to head and we won the division. JSU and App, same thing. Like, they didn't have the winning record. They didn't win a division. So I don't see us being lower than a 2. And if we're lower than a 2, then I think we need to start looking at polls again and see how to fix that, because that would be honestly just not correct.
Well, so hypothetical matchups, is there anyone or any team, because if you're most likely to have faced every team that's in the field that you could think of. Is there any matchup that you would want to have again, either in the semis or if you make it to the national championship?
I mean, I'm saying for the last few days in Discord, I want a shot at UCO. They're the only team in the league we haven't beat. They're the best team in the league this year. I want that matchup again. I want another shot. We've played them 2 times, I believe. 3 times. Game 1 in regular season of season 1 it was close, but we just couldn't quite get there. Game 2 was in the playoff season 1. We had a drop pass to take the lead late fourth quarter. Could have won that game maybe. And then game 3 was this year. Again, chances to go down and score, win the game. Fumble, scoop and score. UCO pulls away. So I really another shot at them. Really just get a wing against the old team, and honestly, that would be probably to me the way I see this season coming out. That'd be the national championship game. So UCO right now is a dream matchup, in just every way that I see this working out.
All right, your final thoughts going into the postseason. Oh, that's not.
All right, I'm ready.
We are here with Coach Trigger on selections. Well, I clicked the wrong button. That's okay. It was basically over anyway. We're back. Anyway, that was a long interview. It will not be that long for the rest of them. We'll get to the main point of tonight, which is the actual showing of the bracket. But we are going to begin coaches' interviews. First one up is Martin from Jacksonville State. As you can see, he's putting L in the Discord, so I will wait for him to actually hear it because we're on a delay so he can get ready to do it. But yeah, Pars, anything before we start?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm ready to get this thing going and have these conversations.
All right.
I don't know what's happening tonight.
We're going to drag Martin in here and get this interview going.
All right.
Coach Martin, we're on Selection Sunday. How are we feeling?
Excited. I'm really excited. We put ourselves in a really good position here to make the field. So, really excited to see where we land.
So, 3-5 on the season, came so close to being 4-4. Just talk me through your kind of, your journey to get to where you were.
It's been a lot of growing pains. I've not been in this league long, and I'm not experienced in coach's mode at all. So, a lot of extra time spent practicing, asking for advice, a lot of mentorship from Coach Gage, and then just a lot of grinding, right? So finding what works and then finding a game plan.
Parson?
Yep. I'd ask, just make your case real quick to the committee. Everyone, make your case real quick of why JSU deserves to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely. So we've played the top teams in the league. We've played UCO, we've played UConn, we've played App State, we've played Georgetown, and we've been competitive every single one of those games. We've lost a couple games we shouldn't have, but against top teams in the league, we've really shown that we can compete and be there. So that's why.
Okay, so when the field of 6 gets unveiled, you've made your case. Where do you think you should be when it comes out?
I've done a lot of thinking on that, and I'm going to be honest, I don't care where we are. We're out to win a championship. If I got to run through 2 or 3 teams to do that, then so be it.
All right, Pars, got anything else? We'll wait.
That's the mindset.
We got 7 more to do, so we'll start flying through these. All right, Martin.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks, guys.
Yep, we will see you in a couple minutes for the unveiling.
Reactions.
All right, Pars, who are we doing next?
Sneak,
okay. Let me get this set up. The absolute disrespect by the JSU head coach, not mentioning UCO as a team he played.
Yeah.
As a tough team,
Who's mentioning you guys? They all know
that's just because we're rivals, He doesn't want to mention us at all. All right. Pars, if you want to drag Sneak in here, you can do that while I get this.
Man. Snake.
Coach Sneak. 3-4 seasons for Upper Iowa. Couple of, games you were not a part of, could have gone differently, but the 2 games you were back. What made you feel that this is a playoff team?
Well, I'm gonna correct you a little bit on this. It was only the 1 game that I came back for, and that was that UCA game. But basically, just from, especially with me taking back over and doing the play calling, just how this team played against UCA, to secure that final W on the season, and we've always been right there. We've been a playoff team the last 3 seasons. We definitely deserve to at least be in the maybe a 6, but if we don't end up getting in, we don't end up getting in. There's always next season, but I'm definitely hoping for at least a 6 seed so that we can get the chance to prove that we're here to win this time.
Oh. Yeah, I was about to say you look a lot more relaxed than most coaches probably will today. Martin didn't look very relaxed. I think he's a little worried. But, glad to see you back. Barry had a good game at the end with you. Just thoughts going into next season if you don't make it tonight.
It's going to be all gas, no break next season. It's going to be a full force, driving the ball downfield, getting turnovers like we need to, putting points up on the board. None of this slow paced games. We're going to be going all out.
All right, Sneak. So when the field of six, we'll ask every coach this. When the field of six comes out, where do you think you should be?
6 seed.
All right, Pars. If you don't got anything else,
no, I'm good. On to the next one.
We'll let Sneak get back, and we'll keep rolling. Appreciate it, Sneak.
Yep.
All right, Pars. Who's next?
Bring in Coach Mart for Montana.
All right, you drag him.
I'll drag him.
I'll get it set up.
Coach Martz, we are setting everything up now. Just a short interview, how we've been doing. How are you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. Kind of just waiting to figure out who I'm playing in the bowl game.
Okay, so I really don't think we have to really have this interview for a long time. So, Coach Mart,
no,
make your case of why you should be in the playoffs.
not.
That means I may or may not have bribed someone if we make it in. We'll see if that worked out. But no, I mean, jokes aside, we did have some competitive games. I mean, if Jack State's saying they're competitive, we did beat Jack State. But nah, honestly, I'm just waiting to see who we're playing in the bowl game.
Which bowl game would you prefer?
Yeah, so I guess they don't know. We got one in Miami and one in Green Bay. Which one do you want?
Oh, give me the Green Bay. I want the snow. Snow.
Fair enough. Well, Pars.
I'm just ready for next season. You know.
Pars. I mean, this was the quickest interview. If you don't got anything else,
no. I mean, it's already been announced you're planning on moving elsewhere after this season. Congrats to you for your new job. Yep. Congrats for keeping Montana together through all the adversity this season. And we'll see you next season.
Yeah, I'm surprised I won 2 games. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah.
All right, Mart.
I think the goal everyone said is I was gonna win like nothing. I took the least experienced coaching staff. Almost held UCA to 6.
That's true.
That is my greatest accomplishment I've ever accomplished.
You were a play away from potentially having an argument to be in. But
you mean the entirety of the Montana season?
Yes. All right, Mart. Appreciate your time. This is probably the best interview we're gonna have of the night. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Let's bring in Bucky.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, that was a great interview. I'm not gonna lie, that was fantastic.
All right. Well, another 2 and 5 team's gonna show up. So let's see how this goes.
Coach Bucky. We're getting everything set up currently. The moment we have it, we'll get this thing going. Just how you feel?
We're gonna not make the playoffs.
Why are you guys so down on yourself? You gotta believe.
What do you mean, bro? It sucks when I can't be there for 3 out of 7 of the games. But well, I don't think.
Two of those are your fault. 2 of those are your fault.
Montana in the bowl game. Put me in the bowl game with Montana right now.
All right.
You want the snow one?
Yeah, you want the snow one too?
Yes, the snow one. Yes, the snow one. Do that.
All right. Well, I mean, Pars, this was the 2 quickest. I don't think we've got any more for Coach Bucky here. I mean, Montana and Central Arkansas, they just think they're out. They don't think they have a chance.
This has been great interview,
I forgot
Buck.
to do the actual. I forgot to do the coaches poll too, so it's fucking over for me.
You did it for the right, Rick. You did it. You filled it out for this week. Anyway,
yeah.
Do you wanna make a case or no?
I feel like we're just the best team ever. Parker Howe, he's throwing for 1,000,000 yards this season. I think we should make it in as the 1 seed.
Okay, I mean, Pars, I don't really know how to respond to that, so I think we're gonna have to move on. Bucky, appreciate your time. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
All right. After that, I say we bring in John.
Okay. This actually might be a good one.
A team with an actual shot, people.
Yeah. John can actually make a case this time.
Someone I can actually speak to.
What's up?
Coach John, as soon as we get your spinny helmet up, we got it. How are we feeling about your season? Overall thoughts as your first season as a head coach?
Yeah, we should make the playoffs.
What?
Straight to the point.
We're 3-4. We have the head-to-head over Northwest Missouri State, so we can make it in over them, and that is what I'm confident about. It is just like the Texas-Alabama situation, in my opinion. You know, Texas ends the season strong. They beat the team that is being considered with them. Even though that team beat the 1 seed, they still beat that team, you know? So they should still be in over that team. It's exactly like Texas-Alabama, and Texas did get in front of Alabama, and exactly what should happen tonight, so.
I mean, I feel like I asked you a totally different question.
I don't really know what else to even ask you. I kind of just answered everything.
You just went over the entire thing.
Oh, that's my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. That's fine.
I'm confident, man. Like,
he's been talking to
I mean,
mirror
I don't
for
have anything else, Barbs. I mean, John,
I'll
you.
talk about my season though.
No, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
did not do that.
Oh.
So season, we started off well. Obviously, the win over Northwest Missouri State. Then I couldn't make a couple games. You know, we struggled a bit for a stretch, and then we got back on our feet. And I say ended the season pretty strong. You know, it was a tough loss to App State, but we got right back on our feet against Montana. And I think we got a case for the playoffs, especially only using a 72 over, using a, not too smart QB.
There we go.
I had a warning in my eyes.
All right. Well, Pars, I don't really got anything else for.
No, he answered 3 questions in
All
one.
right, John. Well, you will find out your fate in a couple minutes. We'll see you then.
See you, man.
App State and Coach Mason is
Oh,
next.
God. Here we go.
I'm going to make a comment. These have been great.
You were hating on it in the pregame.
These have been great.
All right, Coach Mason. Is he in here? I can't see.
Yeah, he's
okay.
He's muted.
Coach, you're muted, Mason.
Figure that out.
All right, I'm good.
There
I'm good.
we go.
This is embarrassing.
All right, Coach Mason, fresh off a RBL commentary. Now he's sitting here waiting his fate. But yeah, you know, you're 4-3. A couple of big late wins, but you know, talk me through why you should be in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Started the season in the middle where we got to the middle of the year, 2-3. Weren't at a great spot. We didn't feel like we were playing App State football. Made major adjustments with our team that we needed to make. Coordinators were great, as always. Nick and Monarch doing the greatest business that they always do, and we have Corey as well. Sat and went back to the drawing board and really went over what we need to do, and we need to get back to playing App State football. And we got 2 big wins, in my opinion, in our division that really should solidify us getting in to the playoffs. One big win, which without the win would have never happened, which is against UConn. If we didn't get that win over UConn, likely not sitting there in the playoffs. I just think that's where we're at. We did what we had to do to end the season. We ended the season hot. Went from 2-3 to 4-3, 2 big wins. And those 2 losses that we had, 3 losses we had, were unfortunate, but we would love to have another shot, and we still have that championship pedigree that most of the league doesn't have.
Correct. I'd like to apologize when you watch this back. I broke Gerald for a second. He pressed a bunch of wrong buttons and went away from the screen.
Pars. They couldn't see that, by the way. They couldn't see that.
I can. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I was changing cams. We're all good. Anyway, you got a question, Pars?
Yeah, so you mentioned that last win to get you guys basically into the playoffs. Just overall, your season coming from last year, do you think that you had some type of hiccup after winning the Natty, fell asleep a bit to begin the year?
Yeah, I mean, you could look at the record and clearly see that we haven't performed the way we wanted to. We've gone through the progression of trying 2 QB systems and this and that. Defense wasn't as uptight. Offense and defense need to make some changes, and you can clearly see those changes with the last 2 games of the year. when we fell to UCO. UCO really helped us out at that end of just hitting the rock bottom on what we need to do and restart what App State football does. And App State football deserves to be in the playoffs because we have a way of winning with good teams. And that game against UConn really showed that we could still beat good teams and be competitive.
All right, final question. We have asked everyone that, besides Bucky and Mart, who just gave up before we even started the interview. Once the field's released, where do you think you should be?
Doesn't really matter where we are. We just want to be in, but if I had to pick a spot, I'm going to probably guess 5. I believe we should be 5 over the fact that the West is an abomination of a division.
Yeah.
The East is very competitive.
That's her fault.
The East is very, very competitive, and it's. I think this year having computer polls is awesome. I'm very impressed with how y'all made changes in the offseason going into this season, and computer polls was definitely the way to go because you're going to put the best 6 teams in my opinion.
We can only see.
Yeah, Pars, that reminds me, we do got stuff to announce after the interviews about that. Anyway, Mason, appreciate the time. You will find out your fate in just a little bit.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
One last one. No offense to Orf. We already got Triggers stuff. So, Kernsley's time, and then, we get
Pulling turns and save the best for last.
We get into the fun stuff after that. All right, Coach Kernsley. What a up and down season it was from Northwest Missouri State. Started out slow. End of the season, you take down number 1. Just kind of talk me through your path, to being 3-5.
Yeah, tough start to the season, obviously. Didn't come out well against Lake Erie. Kind of dropped that one. Continued to progress throughout the season. Obviously got some dubs against Montana and UCA, and then obviously pulled off the large upset at the end of the season. Won the regular season title, and then go to the title game, keep that one close, had a shot to win that one too, and lose a close one. So all in all, it was a good season. As you can see, my makeshift uniform here, we don't pay recruits, and I don't pay for uniforms either, so it's all good.
Hey, fair enough.
So this is the first time I get to ask this because I think you're the only one that's been brought in here with a shot at this. Greg Cooper, fantastic season. Give his Heisman. Why should he win the Heisman right now?
Yeah, Cooper's a stud. I mean, he is a strong, tough back that runs hard all the time. He carried our team all season long on the offensive side of the ball, and he's had some huge games down the stretch, and he just keeps churning out the yards. He's likely not going to win, but he's definitely the top running back in the league this year.
I will ask another similar question. Northwest Missouri State, the only team to have nominees in all 3 awards. Coach of the Year, Coordinator of the Year, and Heisman. So, talk me through Coach Cappy and why he should be the Coordinator of the Year.
Yeah, again, big improvement for our entire team this year. We've come a long way since we kind of got started, since I was brought in. Cappy's been a mainstay here. He is amazing. He's great to work with. We work great together. We collaborate on both sides of the ball, so we're kind of co-head coaches, to be real honest. So even if I were to win Head Coach of the Year, he would deserve a lot of that honor as well. He does a great job on the defense, always has. We switch it up quite a bit. We run a lot of different things. He does great game planning, great film, watching. Does a great job all around, and he deserves all the credit for a lot of the things that go on around here.
Bars, you got anything?
Just the last thing Gerald's been asking people. When it all's said and done, where do you think NWMSU will be 1 through 6?
Yeah, I would imagine we're going to be 6. I'd be shocked if we were out, but then again, I wouldn't be so shocked if we were out, I guess. It kind of depends on how people vote, obviously. And I would hope the wins at the end of the year make a lot more sense than the losses at the beginning of the year. But who knows? we'll see what happens. And no matter what happens, it was a good season for us, and we'll continue to improve. And we'll be back next year and make some hay next year.
All right, Kernsey, appreciate your time, and you'll find out your fate in a couple minutes.
You bet. Take care, guys.
See ya.
All right, Pars. Not time yet for the selection show. We've got some other stuff to do. First things first, what I told Pars before we got to Kernsey. We are making changes to the ranking / playoff thing. We are going to 12 teams, remember. We are not expanding the playoffs. It'll stay at 6. You know what? I should probably...
I'm ready.
That's not. We are here with Coach Sugar on selection. We should probably get head coach's reaction for this. We are not expanding the field. It'll stay 6 teams. So it'll be, half the teams in the league get in. We are also making changes to the amount of teams ranked. We are going to push it to 8, so that means there'll be 4 teams unranked each season. I think, kind of makes it better. You know less about the rankings later in the season. It makes a better show like this. So 8 teams will be ranked each week. 6 teams will get in at the end of the season. With the new 12-team format, we are changing divisions. Those have always been announced. But yeah, with that being said, we'll keep it on this since this involves everyone. Awards time. Pars, where do you want to start first?
Let's start Coordinator of the Year.
All right. Coordinator of the Year was down between Coach Wad, who has finished second in the Coordinator of the Year the last 2 seasons, and Coach Cappy, who, has led the Northwest Missouri State defense to get them to where they are now. That being said, the winner of the Season 3 Coordinator of the Year is Coach Wad from Central Oklahoma. First time he's won it, so Wad finally gets it done after 3 seasons.
It's about time.
I don't know how long it takes for them to hear what I'm saying, so
I
assume we'll find out. I think Kernsey started nodding, so I think we got that. But yeah, Coach Wad finally gets it done. First time that UCO has won an award besides the Heisman. But yeah, Pars, thoughts?
Now, look, man, he's always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. Finally gets his first one, though, in my opinion, on his least impressive year.
I would agree. UCO, known for offense. This year, offense was up and down a lot, and, Wad and I've worked through that. We've tried to figure stuff out, but we're ready for the playoffs. That's all we're going to say. All right, who's next, Pars?
Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. This one got fun after yesterday. It's down to 2, like the coordinator. Coach Kernsey from Northwest Missouri State and Coach Martin from Jacksonville State. Both 3-5. Both lost in the division championship game after impressive comeback seasons. And I'll be honest, this one wasn't really close at all. The winner of this ran away with it. Had over half the votes. And the winner of the Season 3 Coach of the Year award is Coach Kernsey from Northwest Missouri State.
Yeah. So obviously, yesterday he said something about taking his name out, but the vote wasn't close.
It wasn't.
It already had happened. If it hadn't happened and he wanted to do that, that was fine, but it had already gone through. So congratulations, Coach Kearns. I'm gonna be passive aggressive. What's up with losing record coaches winning awards?
Well, that's what the commissioner award's for, right?
Yes. Yeah. No. Wait. Commissioner award next.
Are we doing that next?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you.
So first off, like I said earlier, to the coordinator award, Wad, congratulations, you did great. That was your least impressive year, and this is the reason why. The commissioner award is going to Coach Cappy. Coach Cappy has been by far one of the best coordinators in the league this season, and that NWMSU defense is the reason they're here today. He won them so many games, some pick sixes. A lot of things happened to go their way. Coach Cappy's winning the Commissioner of the Year award because I honestly believe he's been the best defensive coordinator this year.
I would agree, and actually, Pars and I agreed to this when the awards were being voted on. This was kind of the person we thought if he didn't win the award, it would be to give it to him. Cappy improved this team dramatically from last year to this year, and to be honest, the defense wasn't really the problem. I think Kernsey and them kind of figured out the offense together, and that kind of put them to where they were, a potential playoff berth. So, final award, the Heisman, 4 candidates this time, or nominees, I guess. gonna be honest, guys. I'm disappointed in you guys. I'll be completely honest.
too.
The winner of the Heisman was between Fred Weasley, George Weasley, Jeremiah Miles Jr., I think, and Greg Cooper. And the winner is Fred Weasley from UCO. And I'm disappointed because he shouldn't have won. He was not the best player this year. I don't know what Bucky's doing up there, but
He
I'm
can't be trusted
impressed.
to come on another one of these ever. We leave him off.
Fred Weasley should not have won. I know he won back-to-back, but I don't feel like he did enough this year to win. My vote would actually have been the guy from Northwest Missouri. Actually, it would have been Georgetown and Northwest Missouri State because those are the two difference makers for those teams. Fred cost us a lot of games. So,
again, another thing is the least impressive year from Fred, and he wins again. George obviously has a place in my heart, but I did vote Greg Cooper. So NWMSU had my vote because it was the most impressive player in football.
With that being said, it's time to get this over with. The field of 6 will be released. I think you guys kind of have an idea of who's going to be number 1. Pars, I think you kind of have an idea.
Get away,
too.
boy.
The number 1 seed in the Season 3 playoffs is Central Oklahoma. They will be heading to Birmingham, Alabama. The reason for that is I'm tired of going to Santa Monica. That's where I've been the past 2 seasons. I want to go somewhere else. So Central Oklahoma is the 1 seed, 7-1 West Division champions. Pars, I don't think there's a lot of debate here.
It's bound to happen. You guys won the final game. You've already got your 1 loss out of the way, so you're feeling good about playoffs. But it was bound to happen. Congratulations.
All right, number 2. I think everyone else kind of also knows who this is going to be. Heading to Santa Monica with another first-round bye. The 2 seed in Season 3 playoffs is the Georgetown Hoyas, champions of the East. Once again, I don't really think there's a lot of debate here. Georgetown won the East, won the division championship, got the 2 seed. That was kind of 1 and 2 was kind of clinched after Thursday. Everyone kind of knew what it is. Now this is where we get interesting. 3 through 6, all at large bids. No one really knows where we're going here. So, time to reveal this. Everyone that did the 6-team list of who you think got in the order, no one was correct. No one got the order correct. So if you think you did, sorry. So now it's time to find out what the field of 6 is. At the 3, getting the first home game in Season 3 playoffs, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, the defending national champions, get the 3 seed. The big win over UConn late in the year propels them to the top 3. And App State will be hosting the 6th seed. Pars, I can see your reaction down there.
I now have no faith in these rankings.
And I'll tell you right now, the coaches' poll did not have that big of an effect on this. It was kind of basically set before that came in. So, as you can see, Mason just saw the number 3. But App State is in and gets the 3 seed. At number 4, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks at 3 and 5, runners up in the East Division Championship, which is relevant because we still have yet to see UConn, who's 5 and 2, as far as sitting down there. But JSU's 4. UConn is 5 and 2, beat JSU and is behind them. But Jacksonville State's win over Georgetown and App State are the reasons that they're ahead. Those are 2 big wins. And had they beat Georgetown, they were number 2, just FYI. They would have been 4 and 4 at number 2. All right, number 5. Heading to Jacksonville, Alabama. It is the UConn Huskies. They get in. Pars can stop worrying.
I was never worried.
That's a lie. UConn gets in at the 5, and it's all down to 1. And now comes the battle of the resumes. Shout out to Zach, who cooked this up earlier. Breakdown of the 3 teams that have a chance. Lake Erie, Upper Iowa, Northwest Missouri State. You can see the best wins. They're all pretty impressive wins. They're 1, 2, and 4. The losses, though, the only one that's kind of relevant, Northwest Missouri State lost to both these teams, but has a better strength of record and strength of schedule. That being said, the team that's going to get into the 6th seed and head to Boone, North Carolina to face App State is the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. Get in at the 6th seed and are in the playoffs for the first time and will head to Boone, North Carolina. The field of 6 is set. Lake Erie does not get in.
You see Coach Kearns' sigh of relief.
Yeah, he gets a sigh of relief. I don't think John's seen it yet. I can see him typing. We're going to wait for all these reactions. There it is. John's reaction to getting left out. Northwest Missouri State's in the playoffs. 4 teams from the East, 2 from the West. But just looking at this field, let's just say this. The right side of the bracket, heavy focus on defense. That's going to be a lot of low-scoring games. But for the people on the left side, you get to face one of those if you make it all the way through. You get a big sigh of relief. And it's a dream come true for me that I get to face either Jacksonville State or UConn. I want to face UConn. After what
I
they
want
did.
UCO.
I know Martin wants UCO. He's told me. He's told me he wants UCO again.
All right, Jax, let's get this.
All right. Now it's time to release the bowl games. You know the 4 teams that are out. Heading to Miami, Florida for the Sunshine Bowl. It's up for Iowa and Lake Erie. We're sending both the northern teams down. They're going south. There is that. So there's the Sunshine Bowl. Heading to Miami, which means if you put the math together, heading up north, this is Montana, Central Arkansas, and to Green Bay. But yeah,
were these made before we got into this?
What do you mean?
Were these made like? Did we? You already know who was going to which bowl before this?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's insane that they both asked for that bowl in specific.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was like. We're sending teams from the south to the north and north to the south. All right, Pars. I don't think we have any more. I think we've been live for 50 minutes. 10 of those is for the countdown, so 40 minutes technically. I guess people that don't know, bowl games will be used as testing games, by the way. So we'll be testing different slider changes to help propel this league in the future. But yeah, to all 10 representatives, Pars and I are here because we have to be. But the other 8, I think this is pretty fun. It's always fun when we have coaches on camera to react to this. But we're gonna have 2 more next year. There'll be 12. When Barack and Orf get their own team. Orf's here, but he'll have his own team next year. But yeah, we appreciate every single one of you that joined and watched. I think we got up to 32 viewers at one point. That was the last time I checked. 32 active viewers. So yeah, we appreciate you guys watching. Game on Tuesday. Jacksonville State at UConn. Excuse me. Northwest Missouri State at App State at 8:30 because Kurt just told me he can't play on Thursday. So JSU UConn is on Thursday.
Oh my goodness, yes. I couldn't play Tuesday.
Northwest Missouri State at App State, 8:30 on Tuesday. JSU UConn can tell me whatever time they want. I just know App State's got to be 8:30.
Before we go,
yes,
I want to see John back in here for an interview. First one out of the playoffs. I want to see what he has to say.
Did you ask him? Did you ask him?
I haven't. I'm about to pull him regardless.
Hold on.
I want to see.
Hold on. Let me get this set up. Oh, that's not what we want to do. All right, we gotta hopefully make sure he's not like, angry, mad. Bars.
No, he's mad.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Here we go. I'm pulling him in.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hold on. Okay, now we can go. John, you have the floor.
Let's hear it.
That's bullcrap, okay? We should be ahead of them. That's that. I mean, we beat them. We're better than them. We are better than that.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Did he mute himself because he stopped talking?
No, I'm sorry. I heard the hold on in the stream because I still had the stream on.
You're good.
Hold on again.
Keep going crazy. Keep it up.
No, but I mean, we beat Northwest Missouri State. We're a better team than them. I mean, they're in an easier division, so of course they got like a couple better wins. But you know, we're better than them. We beat them 16-8. We deserve to be in over them. I don't know who the heck. Like I'm sure it was because somebody ranked us or below them, and we won our last game like 30-16 or something. We absolutely crushed Montana, and they struggled against Montana. If you didn't realize, like there's a crap ton of points I can make, except it's just gonna be the same point repeated over and over again head-to-head.
John, you want me to tell you the honest answer here?
Yeah.
It wasn't close. The computer bowl had the Bearcats way above you. It was because of the UCO win. The top 3 win propelled them.
Oh, that makes sense. Except, have you heard of Alabama and Texas?
The division championship boost that you didn't get because you didn't make it.
That's
another point of so.
I still think it's bullcrap.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell you what not to think here. I'm just telling you what the actual reality is. You know, we can. I guess we could have done this. I don't know where Sneak went, but you know, we can be live here.
Hey, congrats to Coach Currency though. I hope we get to play them again next year to prove that we should have been in the playoffs. But
aren't they in your division? No, they're not. Never mind.
Yeah.
We can arrange that.
I sent him back. It was getting too nice. I wanted anger, and he started saying congratulations. I sent him back.
Yeah. All right, John. Well, you were requested to get an interview, so we got to get that out of the way. Yeah, we'll send you back. Appreciate your time. Oh, he's already back. Never mind. Okay.
I sent him back before you started saying that.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. There's really nothing else to talk about. Everything's been announced. All the awards, all the playoffs. Like I said, Northwest Missouri State at App State, 8:30 on Tuesday. I'm not really sure who's streaming that. We'll figure that out later. And then on Thursday, I don't know what time you guys have agreed to, Pars, if you haven't.
We haven't spoken. I told him I'm fine.
I'm going to guess it's 8:30 because that's what Martin's been requesting. But it might be 7. I don't know. Anyway, we have the 2 games. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Pars and I will do this in another 3 months because that's how long seasons takes. And we will see you then for the playoffs of season 3.
All right, see you guys.
We're off. So the real question is, they have a top 3 win in your Dude, that was awesome. I was just watching you build it. It was kind of funny.